sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. They'll start out here with the option left.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former Baylor Bear, their rookie quarterback. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3-and-out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Throw left side, complete. That's Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 89 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. The numbers for him from a week ago, 18 carries, 58 yards.
He comes into this one ranked 9th in the NFL in rushing. I think that every member of that offense knows exactly where he sits. You can see it from every one of them out there. They're all fully committed to making this a game where he really breaks free and climbs a couple of spots.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. It's caught. This is White. 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and
now Jones. And that will be incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And New York set to take the field. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 41, Jones. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
And 8 yards to go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for White on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throw right side looked in here by Besh. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And this will be a Giants first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line.
And the Giants first down. A gain of 19 yards.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Fernandez. Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
That's good for a Browns first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. And that is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll swing this out to Jenkins. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Now 4th down and 1.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. 8 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Browns a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Giants.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second and a couple.
At the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
An inside run with Jenkins. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Browns first down.
They'll give it to Jenkins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Jenkins is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
I tell you what, this was a much-needed drive and a much-needed touchdown at the end of this drive. They've not done much of anything in this first half, but here, they put all the pieces together, and they get the score right before the half.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Gets around him. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
At the 39-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
A gain of 2 brings up third and
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jones throwing to start the drive. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts
It's a gain of 8.
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
32-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Here's second and 3.
Brings up second and 3. At the 46.
Back to throw, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And 3 yards to go.
They'll try and run here with Jenkins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Browns.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Romero. Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Brings up second and 7.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And who's got it? The Giants.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. Extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
On second down, they'll run it here. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
And they'll give them another shot here on the ground. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First down, Giants.
Hands it off out of the gun. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
A loss of 2 yards.
3rd and 12.
It's third down. 3rd and 12.
Back to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State. And Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts. They lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And the Giants, first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, New York.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Once again, Jenkins. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Browns, first down.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 23-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. 3rd and 3.
Number 85. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll drop the throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 25-yard
line. Give up the middle, Judkins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Here's 3rd and 9.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Throwing Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A give. Here's Jenkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On the handoff, this is Jenkins.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Browns first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
14 more yards. That's another Browns first down.
Jenkins going to run it out of the gun.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
Setting up a screen for Jenkins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Crenshaw Jenkins.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Fernandez.
The second down pass.
Here's 3rd down and 4.
A gain of 10 yards.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
Here's 2nd and 7.
At his 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
40 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, Dunbar. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Giants first down. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Giants.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the fourth as the kick's away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Jones. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Jenkins.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he stopped immediately there.
2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll run it now. Here's Dunbar. Broken tackle. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and goal, Giants.
Look at this, a tight end carry. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
This is 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jenkins to start the drive.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the defensive penetration there blew that play up and got him 2 points.
How about how they got off at the snap of the football, got upfield into the backfield, and created the big play? That's the key to everything.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but